lot of
Steven
TV.
Weber, yeah.
Steven Weber.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there was the hot guy, Tim Daly.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. He's like still a hottie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 70.
I know. Real dilf. The amount of puss he probably got off of this horrific show is mind-boggling. Look at that. All-white cast.
Is that Penn from Penn and Teller?
No.
What was that?
Just
I can't see. My eyes suck.
Mr. Belvedere, I think. I don't know. I can't keep up. The 90s. My dad plopped me in front of a TV and said, don't talk to me.
That's the American way.
Yeah. I got a lot of this. I'd go, Dad, you're not going to believe what happened at school. He would go. And, as a retarded 9-year-old, you're like, all right. He caught my attention.
Well, it's no different now, except it's a fucking iPad or something.
Good point. Good point. I'm listening to this Jonathan Haidt. You hear about this guy?
No.
He's a NYU professor. He's like cracking down on phones. He's like, phones are ruining our youth. We got to stop the social media. Highly recommend this guy. But I listened to a podcast with him, and there he is. And he's making some great points.
Looks like Epstein.
Well, he's a New York Jew, but he's look at all these books he's written. The Anxious Generation, Friends with Seinfeld.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You should use it as an icebreaker.
I thought about that. I thought about going, hey, Jerry, you heard this pod yet? Oh, yeah.
Well, Bodega Cat.
Hey, nice and early. It's 8 a.m. over here in New York.
Do you drink hard this weekend?
I did, yeah.
And by the way, that guy a wreck? Jonathan Haidt?
Yeah, I'll wreck Haidt, yeah.
All right.
Good guy, good writer. He's got great points.
Where were you drinking?
I had a spot in Richmond.
Do you hit Pearlie's?
I forgot about Pearlie.
Oh, sorry, Wingus.
Don't wake the dead. Me and Chris Allen were driving from Richmond to Greensboro. We're like 2 hours in. We're like, we forgot to go to Pearlie's.
He likes Pearlie's?
He loves Pearlie's.
Right.
He lives in D.C., so he knows the area.
God, Pearlie's fucking rules.
So good. I've been before. Loved it. Flight canceled. Had to get another flight with a connection. We had to push the show an hour late. Brutal.
Animals.
Delta, what are you doing out there?
Delta's killing us.
I know. They were the number one.
Yeah.
They were the best.
They always fall sooner or later. Yeah, I got loaded. I did a casino gig with Chrissy D, Nemesh, Rachel. Nemesh stays like downtown. He wants to be in like a cool part. Chris and I are like, yeah, we'll do the casino, whatever.
What city?
We're in Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's a decent casino. I was going to say cool. It's fine.
Lake.
Mystic Lake Casino.
Okay.
You know that one.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, we do that. We do a gig. Great crowd. Nemesh is like, you got to come for this chicken. We look on Uber. We're like 35 minutes away.
Oh,
it's like 10:30, and we're riffing on stage. He's like, I got a reservation. We're like,
yeah, you're staying in the casino, right?
Yeah.
Come
So
on.
I was like, fuck that. And Chris's whole family with him. His daughter's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, she's really funny.
We're at the airport. Chris goes, look, it's Sam. She goes, ugh. She goes, ugh, is Nemesh going to be here too?
Oh, man. I did his podcast at his house, and his daughter walked in the frame. We're all on mic, and she goes, who's that? Pointing to some guy on TV. She goes, he looks like an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
We lost it.
She's been around a comedian too much.
Yes.
To the point that she now insults me nonstop. And I was like, does your kid hate me? She's like, no. She's like, it's like her term of endearment.
Yeah, she's riffing.
She thinks she's Rickles. She's like 9 years old. She's like, look at this ugly guy. I'm like, she's like, guess I look bad. I don't know. She goes, look at your teeth. What's wrong with your teeth?
Jesus
I was
Christ.
like, yeah, you know.
You got nice teeth.
I just got them whitened. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, but she's hilarious. And then we end up in D.C. We end up just going to this place, Shaw's Crab House. I go there every time I'm in Chicago.
That's right up my anal. Well, I don't even know what it is, but I'm in.
Vitor found it originally.
Yes.
It's a Gary doesn't miss find.
Vitor can find crabs.
Yeah. Oh, he finds them. And every time I'm in one of these places, I think of that Richard Jenny joke with the lobsters in the tank.
Oh, so good.
They all have that look on their face like, any word from the governor? It's such a good bit.
So good.
But yeah, we get loaded there. It's with his partners with us, Jazz,
Oh, yeah. She's a good-looking lady.
At one point, one flight, she walks by in yoga pants and bends over, and Chris like points to his wife's butt, like, check this.
She does have quite the rump. I used to follow her on Instagram. I stopped.
You unfollowed?
Well, you get married. You don't want to.
Your wife sees who you.
Yeah,
Gear
I
up
don't wanna
fast,
look
we're
at
about to
another
get
guy,
evil.
A friend of mine's wife while I'm married.
But when you're single, it's okay to look at his girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It always weird is when you follow the ex. You like and then they break up, and you're like, oh cool, that chick that ruined my friend's life got into yoga. Like, that's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at dinner. We're getting loaded. It started with just like a round of martinis. Then we felt like we were in Mad Men. It was like another round of martinis. I was like, what the hell? No stopping now. We start getting loaded. We like another round. I'm like, all right, another round. Wow. Just keep doing them. We keep throwing them down, and then
Booze and crabs too. What a fun night. Cracking them open. You got the bib on, the cocktail. That's the best.
Sushi there too. Everything's good there, man. Get some. The kids get their mac and cheese. It's killer. It's got like a PJ Clark's type of vibe.
Love
like
it.
the
Prep
seafood
time's over. Now
and
you
the-
deploy to the war
and
zone.
the good martinis. So then Chris was like, "Let's go on a architecture tour." I'm like, looking like, all right.
This out?
It's like 9.
Yeah.
He's like, come on. The kids will be into it. The kids are like passed out. Too. We get on the boat. It's like one of those
Boat.
Yeah. It's like a river tour.
Whoa.
So we get on the boat, and it's a woman
Resurgence.
leading us.
Survive the timer to
and it's a
secure
woman,
redeployment.
like it's her
Earn points to speed
show.
up the
So
countdown.
she's like making jokes. And yeah, not great, but she's like, it's a no talking while I'm talking, no TikToks open, and I'm like, did we just get hammered, and now we just have to like look at each other in silence? The kids are passed out on Chris. We're just like looking at them like, all right.
Wow. I can't believe you went on the boat at 9 at night.
Jazz apparently got sick from the oysters. I will say I had fucking some mean diarrhea.
Yeah.
But you know when you're trying to hit the gym the next
Go get your
day,
revenge.
and you're like, I'm gonna hit the gym. I left twice to take a shit.
Wow.
It was bad.
Damn.
And then I had to go do Pardon My Take in Chicago. They have you do the gauntlet, that thing where it's like an athletic challenge. Let's just say my time was not good. And it sucks when you're like, well, I do have diarrhea and I'm hungover, and they're like, no excuses. You're like, no excuses.
Yeah. Well, that's a bad combo. Seafood, booze, seasick. That's a rough thing on the stomach there.
Yeah.
That is hard, but you made it.
It's
You
a
showed
lot.
up.
It's a lot. We were bombed. We were both singing that the song from all that jazz. I think I'm gonna die. People are like, what the fuck's wrong with these people?
And shout out to the kids for hanging in there. Most kids go to bed at like 6 p.m. These
They
kids are on a river.
They were out cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just out on a boat?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Good life. They live a good life.
Those tour guides, they always try to be funny. They always try to riff because they have no competition. Because it's crazy to think Tim Dillon was a tour guide.
Right.
He was probably funny. He's up on the double decker like, and Mossad owns this house.
He probably got discovered.
Yeah.
There we are. Look at that.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
great.
we had a few of those.
No Rachel?
She was in. No, Chris just happened to go to Chicago with his family.
Oh, okay.
So I was there afterwards to do Pardon My Take.
Got it.
But it's not far from Minnesota. No, we were in Minnesota together.
Got it.
Yeah, we were hanging in Minnesota. We were throwing back some Manhattans.
Woo!
It's one of those weird, like, we can't get you alcohol.
Yeah,
One
what
of those
is
weird
that?
casinos. I don't know. Dry,
had that.
weird. He was like, the watch your Cheaty people. I'm like, of course, yes. The watch your some spirit reason. I don't know.
I don't know. Every Native American I've met is shithoused.
Yeah.
So what the hell? Come on.
Yeah, but they're allowed to, but they don't let the others.
Yeah.
No
true.
entertainment. Maybe it's like bad for the entertainment. I don't know.
That makes sense.
There's always one comic who came in and ruined that shit.
Use
Every
this
time
time
you go to
for
a
some
comedy
target
club, they're
practice.
like, Vic Henley was
Real
here in
thing coming
97. He had 6 bottles of Patron.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cool. So
true.
now we have to pay for it, you know?
And then you do the gig, and they're like, we'll get you a vodka soda, and they give it to you in a sippy cup with a lid and a squirrely straw. You're like, what is this?
To give Vita an even smaller one.
One time I did a gig at the Miami Improv. Are you doing that soon?
I did it a couple weeks ago.
Okay. And then
I love that room.
it's a great room.
Staff is awesome.
Great staff.
Shout out Justin, Melissa. Awesome.
The best. They bought me
Enemy
New Balances
soldier
once
incoming.
just to be nice.
That's what's his name? Coleman.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were a little too flashy. I've never worn them.
I want to see them.
And they're purple and neon.
Purple?
They're super cool, but I feel guilty. I've never worn them, but they did such a nice gesture. I feel
These are the New Balance Grimaces.
Shadow 01.
Yeah,
Deployment to the war
we got the
zone has been
Barneys.
authorized.
So they pick you up in a limo. It's like the 80s. They pick you up in a limo, and it's some cool Hispanic guy with aviators on. He's like, "Yo, SA, what you getting into tonight?" I'm like, you're hungover from the flight. I'm like, whatever the town brings me. And he goes, "You need coke? You need whores? I got you." And I'm like, "Oh." And I was like, "Who else did you get some whores for?" And he goes,
Resurgence.
"John Panette."
You stay alive till time
Apparently,
expires.
Panette would ask for a
Secure
bottle of
redeployment.
tequila when he landed,
4.2
some blow, and then hooked
Faster that clock's gonna tick.
Jesus Christ, that guy had an appetite for a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
Blow, and to be eating that much is weird.
Crazy.
That ain't good.
Farley, too. Farley was a big blow guy.
That's right. Yeah, but when you're fat and you do blow,
Yeah.
your heart is like,
Enemies
what are you
dropping
doing?
into the AO.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
But it's all those fat dudes. Dude, I was watching a Babe Ruth doc, and it's pretty bad. It's on Max. I mean, he's amazing. It is funny that there's just no black people playing. They're like, "This is the greatest athlete I've ever seen." I'm like, not one black, Dominican. He didn't have to go against any of the, there's some Negro Leagues guys put up some crazy numbers.
Sure.
But, he was amazing. There's no denying Babe Ruth was amazing. And you look at what he ate. And it was
Crazy.
like 4 hot dogs for lunch, 2 ribeyes for dinner, a ton of
Being tracked
booze,
by an
a
enemy
giant
squad,
Coca-Cola.
invade
Even when he's
and
not drinking
survive.
alcohol, he's just drinking, like, sugar water,
And cigars.
cigars,
Scotch. Yeah.
sausage,
Wow.
8-egg breakfast, and there's one line. It's just like a hero worship documentary. It's like a PR fluff piece where, they're like, Babe Ruth adopted a kid and with a woman, and then he walked out on her. Anyway, Babe Ruth, the things he did for those cancer-ridden children were the Lord's work.
Wow. Yeah. Well, what he died like 54?
50.
Okay.
I
there
think
you go.
he had some sort of cancer. They didn't even tell me he had cancer. That was the weird
Hostiles
part.
deploy
Whoa,
MST.
really?
They were like, yeah, you're just not. Well, it was back in the day. They're like, 53. I was wrong. So they didn't want to upset him.
Hostile counter
Yeah,
UAV
It was like, by the way, I would be pretty
Enemies
upset if
deployed
you
a
didn't tell me I was
counter-UAV.
dying.
Yeah, right? I mean, well, they wanted to keep playing, I guess.
But he was a fucking booze bag party animal, and then he just like, he had a kind of a sad end of his life.
Sure.
But when you are flying that high that young.
Yeah, give me a wide shot, no pun intended, of Babe Ruth. Because even with the steaks and the booze and the cigars and the hot dogs and the Coca-Cola, he still is thinner than my uncle, who is like a tax attorney.
He was, and they show clips of him, and they're like, he was so fast. All the clips are sped up though, just like spinning around. I'm like, all right, well, he might have. Apparently, he was fast.
Yeah, he looked fat. His little legs could really go, but he's not even that huge.
He's got the body type of Winnie, kind of the hefty, the little legs, but the
fat middle, like he's one long chode. But yeah, he's not even. I guess he's pretty big there. But man, is he an ugly son of a bee?
It's
No,
not a normal face.
my ex. But that's why I had to get out. Oh, there he is with the Asians. That's fun.
Oh man, he was iconic though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everyone loved him.
Stand by for
He was like the
redeployment.
party animal, playing cards, like getting loaded all night.
Love it.
Took you under his wing. Like that must have been pretty cool.
And it was back when sports figures were like gods. Oh, the Babe! There he is. He's 7 foot tall. If he's a foot, he can crack a bat 20 million miles. That whole thing. It was almost like a Superman figure.
Exactly, and like the type of legend who would refer to himself in third person and wasn't annoying.
Yeah.
Like, go to this restaurant and tell him the Babe sent you. But it's pretty cool the way he did lift up his teammates. I mean, he's iconic, but the doc was so bad. It's just people being like, he was the greatest man who ever lived.
Right.
We loved Babe Ruth.
Come on. I watched the Yogi Berra doc.
I bet that was good.
It's good, but not as they're like, he was a little dumb, a little slow, immigrant family, barely spoke English, big wop, ugly guinea, about 4'1". They really gave him the business. But
He was awesome though.
so cool.
It ain't over till it's over is the most iconic sports quote.
He's got it's deja vu all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, his lines are like Groucho Marx-esque, but the beauty is he didn't know he was saying funny. He wasn't trying to be funny. He was just kind of slow.
Yeah.
And he was just saying it was almost like a kid talking, where you're like, oh, that's kind of brilliant, but you don't even know it.
Yeah, there's a story like he was on the team with DiMaggio, and there was one time he grounded out to shortstop or whatever, and he didn't hustle. And he came back to the dugout. He goes, oh, you're just not gonna run? And he never didn't hustle. Like, just all that took was like one comment. Like,
oh, good.
Like, you think you're better than us?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You hustle.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been on a YouTube kick with, speaking of iconic, I watched a Michael Jackson dance scene from the MTV Movie Awards in 1995. It's unbelievable.
He was unreal.
It's like Broadway level Hamilton, Cats, Les Mis. It's the choreography.
Cats?
Well, all right.
He's fucking crushing Cats. What are we doing here?
Well, it's just so good. Don't fuck with Cats. But he's like, it's like 15 minutes long, and he never stops dancing. At one point, he gives like a motivational thing in the middle, and he's out of breath, and then he goes right back to dancing. 4 costume changes. At the end, he brings all the kids on stage. He hugs them all. That was weird. But great. It was like, you don't see that anymore. There's no message. There's no like, hey, we got to end apartheid or whatever. He's just like killing it, and it's raw talent.
It's amazing when you think, like, a lot of people think of Michael Jackson as unhealthy, a drug addict,
Yeah.
right? And then you see he's in that kind of, like, athlete shape.
Athlete.
Like, think about, I'll walk up, like, 4 flights of stairs, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Same.
you know?
And he does the moon. I got chills. He did the moonwalk, and everybody goes, ah! It's like Elvis.
Oh, dude, I was watching. It's so weird you said that. I went on a Michael Jackson music video kick recently. I'm watching like Smooth Criminal.
Oh, yeah.
And Thriller.
Yes.
They're fucking movies.
They're movies.
They're legit movies.
John Landis did Thriller.
Did he?
I think one of those guys did Thriller. Like
Someone big
the real
did,
director. Yeah, it's he's such an artist. It's incredible. But then
Yeah,
you think,
you're right.
oh wow, he did. You got to think this kid's been performing since he was like 5, and he just became over years,
You know what it
10,000
is?
hours.
It's like learning a language when you're a baby. You just speak to Spanish to a baby, and the baby grows up speaking Spanish.
Yes.
Oh, he doesn't know how not to speak Spanish.
Right.
So
right.
this is basically child slavery.
Yeah.
But
we got the bet. We got the pyramid.
We got the best.
Yes, exactly.
Tiger Woods playing golf at like 2 years old doing putts. It's not a good childhood.
Sure, but it's great for the viewer.
Yeah.
We
Child
can
abuse
enjoy
when it works. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, if you channel child abuse into a skill, it's pretty amazing.
Pretty cool.
Because it's just so many hours of a Scorsese. What did he do?
Wait, what about Dan Aykroyd? What's
He
going
did
on?
Bad. Hoyt Schermerhorn subway stop, by the way. Bad's filmed.
No shit.
Yeah.
What did Aykroyd do?
Aykroyd did Bad as well? No.
He appeared in Liberian Girl video.
Oh, never heard of that one. But it's crazy, too, when you start thinking, I'm watching the Michael Jackson thing, and I'm just thinking about the 90s, and I'm like, okay, so he's the king of pop. And then they cut to Lisa Marie Presley in the audience. And I'm like, oh, wow, he's fucking Elvis's daughter. He used to be black. Now he's white.
Wow.
And he's a pet. There's so many layers to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
it's crazy. I never even put all that together. I hadn't met
Elvis
him.
wanted to be black.
Yeah.
Maybe on some level he's glad a ex-black guy's fucking his daughter.
It's like an onion.
Elvis wanted to be black, like now.
Wait.
You don't want to be black in the 50s.
That's true. Yeah.
You want to be black with your rights.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
damn, I mean, yeah, he was fucking iconic.
Iconic.
Michael Jackson, incredible.
Remember where you were when he died?
No, but I remember Kurt Metzger's joke about it.
What's that? Was that again?
He was at his grandmother's funeral, and someone walked in like, something horrible has happened.
That's great. Farrah Fawcett died the same day. No one cared.
I remember I was on a okay, I remember where I was when the moment he died, but I remember where it was that night. I did my old show at the Sage Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra came on stage. Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett died, and Ted Alexander's opener crushed. He just goes, wow, what a day. Shaq to the Cavs. Crazy. Crushed. Perfect. Because, like, Farrah Fawcett, imagine dying the same day as Michael Jackson.
Insane. Only 50. He had another 10 years in him.
That's, realistically, maybe.
I'm saying of like probably performing.
Oh, I thought you meant living.
Oh, no. But think of all the kids that didn't get diddled because he died early.
It is.
Oh, 9. I remember all the
Do you
big
think he
men.
was a diddler, or do you think he was just like a stunted childhood. One, either way, it's gross, but one is way worse. Obviously.
Of course, yeah. I think he was definitely off with the kid shit. I think his childhood fucked him up, and I think he had some repressed weirdo trauma that he would take out on these kids. Like, I never had a childhood, so I love these innocent kids because they make me feel like a kid again, even something I never had. But I do think if you're laying in bed with a kid after a couple of McNuggets, you're going to get a little handsy. It just kind of happens. You start cuddling. You know, you have a few strawberry shakes and a few rides on that Ferris wheel and talk to the monkey.
You know what's probably hard about being a pedo is eating what the kids eat and then still trying to perform. You know what I mean? You're trying to get hard after 20 McNuggets. That's not easy.
Yeah, the dinosaur McNuggets. Come on.
Those are tough, man.
Yeah.
You have a McFlurry, you're just like, it's not working. You know?
Yeah, you get diabetes eventually from all the candy. That's a good point. I never thought about that. I had this thought the other day. My lady loves true crime, as every woman does. And there's all these horrific B actors who do the reenactments.
Yeah.
You know, they're like... And I'm like, these murderers are keeping these shitty actors in work. They're keeping them working.
Yes. How much do you think they're really making?
I mean...
A Dateline actor, like the Adolf Hitler in the new Netflix one, where the whole time he's like... I'm like, I mean, I don't think this is exactly Laurence Olivier.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just some dude who just is like, couldn't be it. I'm like, it sucks when you can notice he's that bad an actor that they're overacting as like the background.
Yeah.
It's like when an extra tries to do it, and you're like, no, just fucking walk by.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. There's, a scene where like the guy comes in and you can tell he's mouthing because there's no dialogue, so he's like, your wife died, and the guy goes... That's it. That's all it is.
Bad?
Yeah. And they show him with a scotch, and he's just like, oh, it's all horrible. But I guess they're acting. Acting is you want to act.
I got a movie rec for you.
Okay.
I might have texted to you already. Memories of Murder. The guy who did Parasite. Bong Joon-ho.
Oh, he's good.
Dude, it's so good.
Memories of Murder. Is it old?
It's his second movie.
Okay, I've seen the train one.
That's a good one.
Spin? No.
Yeah, Space Needle, not Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer.
Space Needle.
Close.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. It's like
I'm all over.
it's a noir.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's dark.
Koreans. Most talented Asians. I can back it up.
And we're talking like film, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they do Old Boy as well? If they did Old Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, and this guy, he's amazing. And Squid Game was Korean. They're good. And BTS, I believe, is Korean.
They make good stuff.
Yes. China obviously is maybe the most efficient of the Asians, and I think Japanese is the slickest with the karate and the what do you call it? The dojo. And,
I think China's got some big movies.
yeah, you're probably right.
It's such a big country.
Well,
I don't know enough about it.
Oh, Oakjo is crazy. Something about the split between North and South. I think there's some
darkness.
Some darkness there, and darkness leads to good art.
I agree, man. Good noir.
Yeah.
All that good noir shit came post World War II.
I mean, Jews and black people, best comics. Because they have struggle there and all that.
It's a lot of good non-Jew and black comics too.
Yeah, I guess you got Carlin, Burr, C.K.
Yeah, well, come on.
Quinn.
I think every group's, you got to be funny.
That's true.
Funny is value.
That's true.
Currency, especially when you're young.
Yeah. Okay,
Survival.
What is this? Chinese? Ah, look at this.
What?
Kung Fu Hustle. You got Crouching Tiger. That was pretty good. Air
Kung Fu Hustle is kind of fun.
This is bargain bin compared to Korea. Joy Luck Club. Get out of here. Good book.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. My mom, that's her favorite book.
Really?
Yeah, she's a reader. She loved Joy Luck Club.
Memories of Murder good. You got a rec? Oh, you did wreck. You wrecked the thing already.
I wrecked Jonathan Haidt. Check him out. His book's great. He's working on another one. I think I saw a good movie. Damn, I rewatched Lion King. Still holds up.
Lion King?
So good.
Here, you got to save these for the kid. what are you doing here?
It's Hamlet. The music's great. The hyenas, Scar. It's great.
Yeah.
Good movie.
What?
I was on a plane.
God, you must have been crying like a bitch.
I was crying.
Altitude.
Yes.
A movie like that.
Oh yeah, that's a true thing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
That's real.
That's why I never break up with a woman on a flight.
Imagine the 9/11 flight. They must have been just waterwork. It's already a scary moment.
Best place to break up with a woman? A library.
Oh.
Gotta be quiet.
That's good.
Right?
You mother.
Yeah, look at the sign.
Yeah. An old bit I gave a friend of mine, black guy, because I couldn't do it. I was like, you ever want to quiet? If someone yells the N-word in like a restaurant, everybody's like, what the fuck? And everybody gets quiet. So if you want somebody, if a library is too chatty, just have somebody yell the N-word, and everybody's like. He took the bit. I couldn't do it.
We gotta look up that bit to find out who took that.
It was Baron Vaughn.
Ah.
Gave it to him.
Is it weird pitching an N-word bit to a black comic?
Well, I was like,
It's a funny thing, right?
I told him I have a funny idea, and he was like, "Oh, that's good." I was like, "But I can't do it. Do you want it?" He was like, "Sure. If you're not gonna do it, I'll take it." And then you have to yell the N-word. That's the only way the bit works. You can't be like N-word. It ruins it.
Yeah.
So.
As long as you don't give it to an Indian comic and then take it back. Messed up. But
Well, these Indian comics are acting pretty black
they are.
these days.
They are.
What's going on there?
What is that? Why did they get to do that?
I don't know. You got your own culture, Indians. You got the chai tea and yoga and
That's not your voice.
yeah.
I want video footage from when you were young.
Yes. Also, you're stealing cultures from us. That's our thing.
White guys acting
White
black.
guys steal culture.
Yeah.
And so now you're stealing black culture and you're stealing culture from us.
Right. So even if what we're doing is wrong, you are kind of jumping on that train.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to colonize? That's us.
We colonize, and we do it fucking well.
Yeah. And I think Britain colonized India.
Britain, they have their hands in everything bad.
Yeah.
They've done so many bad things.
That's
We could
true.
pin the whole Middle East thing on Britain. we could really.
You
could.
think?
I mean, there's some. If you go to like the 40s, they did some shit where you're like, yeah, this a little bit on you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between England, Great Britain, UK, and I think there's another one. You know the difference?
I'm terrible at it. No, I mean, yeah, Ireland's in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Scotland.
Scotland's in
Yeah.
the UK.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
there's-
terrible at this. I'm
Yeah.
the wrong guy to act. But, although I will be playing there, so you
Okay.
should cut this so I don't sound like a fucking moron.
No, I think most Americans are way off on this.
I'm doing Belfast, Dublin, London, Paris,
Wow.
Amsterdam, Oslo, Norway. Oh, that is Norway, Oslo, and Copenhagen and Stockholm. And I'm thinking about adding Berlin.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about it.
Berlin's pretty cool.
You liked it a lot.
I liked it. My show was a little weird because the venue sucked, but I went to a sex club. I went to the Wall. It's just like a crazy looking city. Everything's wacky and fun and interesting.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
All right.
Worth seeing. But are you doing like a day off, or are you just getting in and out?
I don't have a lot of days off.
Okay.
I have unfortunately, I have a lot of days off in London, which I've been to a bunch, and then I have a day off in Paris. I have a day off.
Oh, that's good.
In some places. I think in Dublin I have a day off.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish I had another day in Amsterdam, but I don't.
Amsterdam's pretty great.
I'm gonna try to fit in the Anne Frank house and the Van Gogh Museum.
Oh yeah, that's worth it. Hey, you got to make an appointment
Yeah.
because there's so many people want to
hot
see the
ticket.
Anne Frank. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
crazy.
have to call my agent. Like, you gotta hook up Anne Frank tickets, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how the Nazis got it.
They're adding a wing. They're like, we gotta make this bigger.
Yes,
A hot ticket.
that's true. That attic. I got to tell you, the attic is not that small.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a New York liver, I'm like, I could make this work. This is
Yeah.
not bad. This is bigger than my first Bushwick apartment.
Yeah. But it was a lot of people.
That's true. That's
and
true.
and it was you had to be quiet.
Yeah, true.
There were a lot of drawbacks.
I wonder if the mom was about to complain. The dad's like, don't complain. That's what got us. But Otto's alive.
No, he's not.
Well, not anymore, but he survived it, I mean.
He's the only one who survived.
He's the only one. And he said he read the diary and he was like, oh my God, I didn't know any of this. Like the daughter, he was like, I didn't know her at all until I read the diary.
Yeah, he tried to. They almost got to the States. He had a friend who was powerful, and the letter was rejected.
Whoa.
I mean, that was a crazy part of this shit, man. It's like having the. I think there was a boat of German Jews who tried to get to Cuba.
Oh,
and they were just denied when they got there. They said,
What?
let them in. They denied them. They had to go back to Germany.
Oh.
Imagine like you're leaving Germany, like fuck you, Nazi pieces of shit, and then you have to go back. You're like, ah.
Oh my God! I'm bitching about a Delta flight over
I
here,
know,
and
I know.
that boat ride was who knows how long. You gotta go right back.
And guess what? We will bitch about a Delta flight again. Like you feel bad for like 2 minutes, and then like 30 minutes later, they're like, we're gonna circle for 20 minutes, and you're like, no one has suffered more than me. This is bullshit.
That's so true. I do get it. That is a peeve when people are like, hey, what about what these people went through? I'm like, but I can still, if my hand gets cut off and your arm gets cut off, there's still suction out of a hand.
Yeah.
You know, but they're like, hey, come on, you can't
We
complain.
communicate. We complain.
Yeah.
You try to make it a peeve is a part of the show.
Yes. I got a million of them.
You got more peeves?
I got a million peeves because we haven't had so many guests that,
Well, give me some peeves because I'm fucking low on peeves right now.
all right. I finally started writing them down right when I think of them.
That's my problem. I always forget to.
Same.
Something will annoy me because I was leaving. I'm telling my girlfriend, I'm like, what do I complain about? She goes, I can't picture you not complaining. She goes, all you do is complain. I was like, well, give me something. She goes, I can't remember. I go, that's a peeve. You're not taking down my peeves.
All right, starting from the top. How about this guy? Hey, can I get some brown mustard? We don't have brown mustard here. Story of my life. I love the story of my life guy. Not having brown mustard is the story of your life. This is your big tale. This is your big premise in your story is no brown mustard. Come on.
It's a bad story.
That's a horrible
His
story.
funeral never had the right mustard. Not a good.
That's quite a eulogy.
That's all there was to him. That's it.
That's
It was
it.
a boring guy.
That's his story.
Yeah.
Right there.
His brother was the mayonnaise guy. But this guy.
Yeah, started the Mayo Clinic. Yeah.
That's a good peeve.
I hate the story of my life.
Because it's like, look, it's one thing like, crap is one thing, but then you now become like this victim.
Yes.
They never have the brown mustard.
Right.
I do love a brown mustard, though. I know. You know what else I love? It's like a grainy mustard.
Oh, yeah.
I love a grainy mustard.
seeds.
I'm a mustard guy.
Me too.
Horseradish mustard.
Love it.
They have one. They have it at Russ and Daughters. Oh, that's the good shit, man. Yeah, that's good.
Whoa.
Look up that Russ and Daughters horseradish mustard. This is like my favorite mustard I've ever had, dude.
Russ and Daughters is unreal.
Russ and Daughters fucking rules.
Yeah.
I will wait on that dumb line on a weekend.
Same.
That's like the only touristy shit I actually do.
They open another one like the Anne Frank house.
Dude, how about fucking the strip house is gonna carry Bodega Cat?
Oh, come on! That's a New York staple.
This is big time.
That's high end over there.
It's fucking big.
Get yourself a porterhouse and a neat bodega.
It's coming soon, and dude, we're like big shipment, new sexy bottle coming. The only knock, their GM tried our whiskey, they apparently loved it. Said the only knock is we don't love the current
Label.
feel of the label. I said, well, I got good news for you. We got a new fucking label coming.
Yeah, we're upgrading, mofo. So
We're cooking, baby. Bodega Cat's making some noise. You can't find the mustard? Nah, it's good. It's a good mustard. I'll find it somewhere. We'll get it.
yeah, I do love it. And I mean, I know it's hack, but Grey Poupon is great.
Oh, it's fucking classic.
So good.
Horseradish. Put in horseradish mustard. It might show up.
Horseradish mustard. What a great combo.
Oh, that's the stuff. Wait, no, that's not it.
Oh, that one looks familiar. That second one. But-
Yeah, it's the Stonewall Kitchen. It's a fancy one. These are fancy mustards we're dealing with.
Wow.
Give me another peeve, man. You got.
Okay, I got plenty.
You're crushing with.
I'm lousy with peeves. How about this guy? This happened to me yesterday. I don't want to get too specific because he might hear this, but hey, can you chat for 5 minutes? And I go, I actually have about 5 or 6 minutes. I can chat. 17-minute call.
Of course.
You reel me in with the 5.
Oh my God.
And I'm such an autistic, literal. I'm like, oh, hey, 5 minutes. I can do that. And then. What else is going on? Oh, how's the baby coming? Oh, what's New York like? Hot? It's hot out, huh? Oh, you should see it out here. It's fucking brutal. But I'm like, come on. What happened to 5?
I know. It is a peeve for me when people don't get right to it. When it's
Yes.
like when it's a friend, I don't care. But when it's like a work type call,
It's a work call.
it does bother me when someone's telling you like, yeah, I had a guy sending me like text like this, and I'm like, dude,
Oh,
what are you doing?
that's crazy. And here's the clinker. If you go, hey, I'll give you 5. He goes, yeah, no problem. And if I have 5 minutes, I go, I got to cut you off. They go, geez, all right. You set up the 5.
You know what you got to do? You got to treat it like hockey.
I need a shot clock?
You got to say, like, there's a minute left in the period. Let's go.
And I need like one of those big old-fashioned sports horns.
That really should be. Wow, doesn't that look good, that bottle?
That's a good-looking bottle. Strong.
Sexy, sleek,
Grand.
curvy,
Yeah.
voluptuous.
Very nice. Erect.
What about, that is fucking annoying.
You feel like a woman because you're like, you want to Netflix and chill? And then I'm like, why are my pants off? You know, like, you rooked me.
I don't, yeah, it's a real peeve. I got a peeve.
Please.
And it's a fucking first world peeve, and I know it, and I'm saying it in advance. I stayed in shitty hotels for years.
Yep.
Occasionally I go on the road, I stay in a nice hotel. I was in a hotel that had a sauna. I was very excited.
Yep.
Love a sauna, especially when you're traveling. You sweat out the fucking booze.
Oh, yeah.
You sweat out that airplane garbage that's in you.
Yep.
I go in there all excited. 4 kids in there.
Ah.
What the hell are we doing?
In a sauna.
In a sauna. And they're like, they're leaving the door open so the heat's all getting out.
Oh.
One of the dads was like, close the door. I'm like, you brought him in.
Yeah,
You're
right.
bringing the bad energy in. Kids have no place in a sauna.
No place.
You're not, what's the word, stressed? about
Yes,
anything?
you got to be stressed to go in a sauna because you gotta get the shit out. You gotta sweat it out.
Yeah, what do you fucking, you're like, oh, I gotta, state capitals Monday. I gotta fucking, I'm dying in here. Jesus Christ.
Right, yeah, I got a presentation at Merrill Lynch.
Yeah.
No, get out of here. I'm going through a divorce. No, you're 9. Also, kids sweat all day. They're playing basketball and running around. We don't sweat because we're adults. We walk around and go and live in air conditioning.
Booked the hotel because of the sauna. Didn't get a good sauna.
Kids, get out of here. And
Kids will ruin a pool.
they will.
I remember Joe
pool.
List had a great tweet once saying, like, there should be, this is before he had a kid, by the way.
That's true.
But he said there should be an app telling you if there are kids by the hotel
Oh, that's
pool.
funny. I
was
never
like, wow,
heard
that's a good bit. That's a good idea.
Is that great line? He's like, you can't hit a kid, but you can throw one.
That's
So he's in a
great
pool
bit.
like, the kid's head's like an inch away from the coping. Another thing, but the sauna is for stressed out people, hungover people, and gays hooking up. That's it. That's all that's allowed in the sauna.
I'd rather a gay guy blowing another guy.
I'll take it. At least it's quiet.
By the way, Mateo told me he's never been in a sauna.
I don't believe it.
He said he's never done it.
Wow. My friend's got an Equinox membership. He's like, it's full-on gay club.
Is he in, like, Chelsea or something?
I don't know. I think
Certain neighborhoods, I think, yeah. That sucks, because I do want to go in there and just, like, relax.
I know.
DeStefano got blocked in by someone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I tried to hook up with him.
Kind of flattering.
Yeah, it is until you're stuck.
Yeah.
You're getting raped. You're like, oh, it's nice to be thought of.
I heard the signal is throwing water on the rocks. You know those.
I do that all the time.
Oh, you teased
Fuck,
them.
are you kidding me?
You're asking for it.
That's a gay move.
That's a gay move.
That makes it hotter in there. That's why you do that.
It's hotter, all right. Yeah. Well,
Damn, I did that the other day. Dude,
that's the gay move. That's like the tap on the floor with the bathroom stall.
But it's not hot enough otherwise. God damn it, I'm gay.
Yeah, and you didn't even know it.
Damn it, I'm sending signals.
We outed Sam.
I may as well have been bent over wiggling my butt in the air. I just want it to be a little hotter in there. I like the heat.
Well, it's your fault for throwing water on the rocks and winking. I don't know why it is.
Hey, big boy. I do it. I did the worst thing the other day. I said, hey, do you mind? And I poured it on.
Oh,
It's a little too.
tension.
It's a little too cool. Do you mind if I put water on the rocks? And he was like, "Go ahead."
Oh my God! So how was the sex?
It hurt.
All right,
It was
well,
rough.
you'll get used to it.
Sorry, I'm good.
It's also, you can't have gay code be the thing that everybody has to do in the sauna. That's like going, how'd you know he was gay? He took a sip of water. No. Everybody drinks water.
It's hot in there.
Weird and
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, that's insane. That's like what the thing is for.
Exactly.
How do you know he was gay at Subway? He ordered a sandwich.
yeah. He paid for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on.
that's bullshit.
I think I got one more. Thought I had more, but I can't find them. How about this guy? I'm out with some friends. They're all idiot jerk off. One's a mechanic, one's a line cook. Just dumb old high school friends. And I got a couple bucks now. And so everywhere we go, they're like, I'm like, God damn, they charge like $6 for extra ketchup. And they're like, but you're rich. You're rich now. And I'm like, I still don't pay $6 for ketchup. Everything is, but who cares? You're rich. Oh, who cares? I'm like, well, I'm not going to go to a helicopter and throw bags of money out.
Yeah, it's wasting money. It's still wasting money. Yeah.
It's still wasting. And I'm like, $6 for ketchup? This is crazy. Hey, folks, We Might Be Drunk is brought to you by Sheath. When you're looking for the most comfy undies that's going to cradle the sack and make your package look superb, Sheath underwear is where it's at. We love it. I think I'm wearing it right now, if I had to guess. Woo! Look at that, a big old Melvin. Sheath is 2 pouches, one's for your dong, the other for your sack. You've never realized how amazing it is to segregate your balls and dong. Give it a shot. That's all I wear. I throw out everything else. I jizz on the wife. I scoop it up with the Sheath dirties even. I keep the dirties around. Sheath underwear also lasts for years, so you're making a quality investment. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use code DRUNK to get 20% off your first order. Plus, Sheath's underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code DRUNK. Get Sheath underwear, support the show, and support your ball. Yo, We Might Be Drunk is brought to you by Shopify. When your online store is raking in the big bucks, you'd better have a point-of-sale system you can trust. Shopify's got you covered. Their best converting checkout is 36% better than the other leading players in the game. Shopify works with millions of businesses across 175 countries and powers 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. That's a hell of a track record. Shopify even makes your busy work a breeze with Shopify Magic. Shopify Magic helps you write product descriptions, edit images, answer customer messages for a smooth shopping experience. You already know that your business is top-notch. Make sure your point-of-sale system is too. Sign up for $1 per month trial, period, at shopify.com/drunk, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/drunk to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/drunk.
It's hard to resist the siren call of popcorn and soda. That's why there's Factor. Factor's no prep, no mess meals are dietitian approved and get sent right to the front door. With over 25 meal options each week, everything tastes amazing and takes just 2 weeks to prepare. Throw in a Factor meal in the microwave or on the skillet, you're good to go. I've used Factor, it's great. You throw it on. You know, I live a sad life. I eat it over the sink sometimes. I don't even heat it up. Think about killing myself. But do I do it? No, because Factor tastes delicious, even cold. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well-balanced meals. Whatever you're looking for, Factor's got you covered. Head to factormeals.com/drunk50 and use code drunk50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code drunk50 at factormeals.com/drunk50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Woo!
It's insane.
It's insane.
And thank God all the taxes are going to something good. Try driving on any of the fucking roads here.
Oof.
It's a little, you think you're in the fucking,
I know, it's the Sudan. I got a classic car. I'm like up on the sidewalk trying not to hit a pothole. My whole car will fall apart.
It's crazy. Try driving from Philly to here and you're like, where's the money going?
Yeah,
it's the
right?
bumpiest, sketchiest ride.
That's true. On the highway, too. I'm going 80, and it's like, boom.
I know.
Crazy. All right, last one, then I'll leave everybody alone. How about this guy? My opener was doing this a couple weeks back. He does the, you wanna do this? You wanna do that? You wanna do this? Which is just stuff he wants to do, but he poses it as a question. Like, I'm giving
You want to pour some water on the rocks on Equinox?
But like, we'll have food in the green room, and he's like, I know there's food in the green room. You want to go out to eat? And I'm like, no, I want to eat the food in the green room. He's like, you sure you don't want to go out? I'm like, I told you what I want to do, but do you want to go out? He's like, I don't care. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just eat this if you don't care. He's like, you want to go out though? I'm like, so you want to go out? He's like, no, I'm just asking. I'm like, well, then let's eat this then if you don't care. You sure you don't want to go out? Like, just say you want to go out. I'll go out. It's not about the food. It's about you fucking gaslighting me.
Yeah.
You want to do this? You want to do that? You want to get a hooker? Nah, I got married. I probably shouldn't get a hooker. So you don't want to? No, I don't want to. Stop asking me.
Yeah.
Or let's just do it, and you got to admit to it.
Yeah, the road ritual is you need to do everything you feel comfortable doing, because the second you cave in, next day you're like, why did I fucking do that?
That's true.
Because I felt it, dude. We went out hard, and then I had shit to do, and I was like, fuck.
Yes.
I
know that feeling.
I'm hurting, and I have shit to do.
Dumb Ari.
I knew it was Ari.
Yeah, we got he's our Newman. He's like, Newman, Ari. We went out.
I miss him. I never see him anymore.
Oh, he's out and about. He's doing some scheme. But we went out drinking, and we had about 19 martinis. We put suits on. We went out for some ridiculous reason. We're like, hey, we have suits on. We might as well get hammered. So we got martinis, and we just had one after another. We're talking. I have a photo of us. I'm standing on a mailbox on Avenue A, and he's like, we're just,
Who took the photo?
Sal Volcano was there, too. He took the photo. And we had a great night. I get home. I ride a city bike home at 5 a.m. I got one eye open. I'm wearing a suit. I must look like a walk of shame or something. Finally get home, May is like, where the hell have you been? What's going on? I reek of booze. I got a suit on. She's like,
you
what
didn't make one check-in? I'm getting loaded? Nothing?
No, nothing. I was too drunk. I never looked at my phone. And next day, alarm goes off at like 9.
You get home and she's like, I'm pregnant.
I'm like, oh, well, good luck with that. You also do that thing when you're shit-faced. You go home, you're like, you know what? I'll have a emergency packet and a glass of water. That'll cover it.
Yeah.
I'll be good tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a slice of bread and a vitamin
It's
C.
like putting a bandage on a gunshot wound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, this'll cover it. I'll drink 2 glasses of water. How about that?
I do it. I always.
Always. You're fooled. And you go to bed, your head's this big, it's on fire. And I had so much to do. We had 2 pods. Remember that? We had, who was in here? Adam Ray and somebody else.
Yeah.
And
the Churnins.
Churnins, yeah. And I'm just like, ah. And then I had a bunch of sets. I had to go to do a set in Queens.
We drank a decent amount that day, though.
That saved me.
Even having a couple drinks during the day, I fucking feel it at night these days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. But then I call Ari at one point, or I texted him. I was like, dude, what were we thinking? This is the worst day of my life. I shouldn't have done this. And he was like, oh, I'm in the steam room at whatever. And I'm like, oh, you didn't have anything to do? He's like, no, I don't. I'm a comedian. What am I doing all day? I'm like,
but you had shit to do.
I had shit to do, but he didn't. And he got me.
They always get you. It's like a game.
Yeah.
They know that they have like, I'll be fine. I can lose this day. And you're like, no, I can't lose. I can't
lose it. Yeah, exactly.
But also those hangs are kind of like rare these days.
It was pretty great.
We're getting older, and it's like I regret them like a motherfucker the next morning, but like a week later, I'm like, I'm glad I did that.
That's true. That's true. Once you get through that day, you're like, that was pretty. We were walking on car hoods, like it was one of those like legendary drunk nights where you're almost to a blackout, but not there yet.
When we're old men, we'll look back and be like, those were fucking fun nights.
That's true.
Because every once in a while, you need to make some bad decisions.
Oh, yeah. And Sal was getting hammered, and it's fun getting drunk with Sal because he's like doing shots. I got him in a headlock, and then some 17-year-old girl walks by. She's like, oh, my God, I love you. And he's like, ah. He's like so wholesome on TV, and everybody loves him. And then you see him out in the wild, and
but he is still kind of a wholesome drunk.
Oh, sweet,
That's
sweet
the thing
man.
Is he's like kind of still that guy.
Yeah. He's like, God bless you, sweetheart. And I'm noogieing him. Yeah, it was a good time.
I fucking love that, dude.
Good. You feel like Don Draper, though. You come home, your bow tie's undone. You're like, shut up, you old broad. And you throw a glass against the wall. That's fun.
Damn. That's a good drunk, man.
Yeah, we really did it up. It was fun.
We got to do one of those soon.
Let's do it.
I guess we do it almost every week, technically, but like an actual non-recorded one where we're just like, got to hit like, maybe we'll hit Strip House when it's like, when Bodega Cat's there.
Good call.
Something like that.
Good call, yeah.
Gotta do something.
Like DeRosa, he lives in Philly now. He's riding on tires. I'm like, man, they must be just tying one on every night. Gillis and all those guys.
Oh, yeah, that job came at a cost.
Oh, yeah.
Joe DeRosa's going to die at 51. I'd give him so much shit. He is that friend at funerals who's like...
True.
Who's like excited he gets to do shots for a reason.
I know.
We got to do this for Jimmy. I'm like, fuck, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
You can't turn out a funeral shot. I mean, it's disrespectful.
Goddamn DeRosa. Don't die, Joe. We love you.
No, we need you at those funerals. He was out of mustard. Story of his life.
He's got the sandwiches.
Yeah, that's true. Are we in there? Bodega Cat's got to be in that place.
We got to work
Joey
on it.
Rose.
It's not.
I think I got one. Oh, I got two more peeves, or one more. Now this is more of like you see this maybe once a year, once every 2 years, and it really fucks you up.
Yeah.
I'm not a squeamish guy. I eat ass. I'm not square. I'm not a prude.
Respectable, yeah.
I saw this one the other day, and I hadn't seen this in a while, and it grossed me out. It made my stomach turn. How about this guy?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, the booger eater. I saw him on 2nd Avenue. He didn't think I caught him. I caught him dead to rights. Big old brown boog.
Ugh.
Right in the
Don't
kisser,
do
right in the
this.
mouth. He ate the whole thing, and he loved every minute of it. Who are these people?
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, these people should be strung up and hung in the town square for us to all mock and ridicule. Oh.
It's one of the things if you do it, you just can't do it in public.
No, God, no.
It's just not
Manhattan.
It's not sanitary.
Yeah, there's 9 million people in this city. You think you're not going to get busted?
This is gonna make me nauseous.
Yeah.
I can't find.
I saw a guy do it on the subway once, like 5 years ago, and I still think about it. I'm in the shower like, that fucking guy. I need a Silkwood shower.
The amount of fucking garbage in this city subway. I remember I was on the train once late at night, and I, see a guy in a wheelchair, like barely hanging on. He's like, hanging on, and he falls over. I'm like, fuck. And I walk over, like, I guess I got to help this guy up. So
sure.
but he's clearly I could tell something's wrong with him too. But I'm helping him up, and some guys I'm doing it goes, don't do it. And I'm like, whatever. I just did it. I helped him up. And then he leans over again. He's like, and he falls over. I'm like, I guess this is his thing.
Whoa.
He just falls over and wants people to help him up.
So no money or anything?
No, he's just like a fucking mess.
Wow.
And then I smell him like he's shit himself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm helping a dude up who's pooped his pants.
Yeah, you got to pit that Purell.
It's a bad one.
Oh.
And then I helped him up the first time, and they did it again. The guy looked at me and goes, I told you. All right.
That's a New York moment.
It's a New York moment. Because I usually don't get got.
Sure.
But a guy in a wheelchair falls over. Like, what are you gonna do? Of course you're gonna.
I know
him.
you got to do it. But what other city does a guy in a wheelchair fall over and a civilian goes, "Don't help"?
Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. Yeah. Sagalo has I saw a clip of his new special. He had a funny bit where he saw a guy slip on the subway, and his first thought was, "That's fucking fake. There's got to be a camera everywhere. I'm not falling for it." And it's like how sad is life that we've come to this, where everything's a video, a TikTok, a fake thing, a prank. And I'm like, I completely agree. Everything I see, I'm like, I'm suspicious.
A true story I saw years ago on the train. There's a guy with no legs pushing himself and begging for money. And I heard a guy whisper to his friend, "This one's not faking it."
Oh, wow.
I was like, wow, that's fucking sad.
Damn.
He's been burned by a no-legged con before.
Yeah.
Not good.
There used to be a guy in New York, I don't know if you've seen him, but he was burned, like burn guy, scars everywhere. And he had a poster board, and it had all the newspaper clippings of the house fire he was in and how he was a little kid and he got rescued by the FDNY. And that's got to be real.
That's got to be real. It also sucks that that's like your whole persona now.
I know.
He just became the burn guy.
Yeah. He was
Like, you're carrying the fucking clippings?
He was leaning in. I mean, talking poster board, like.
He's got merch.
Yeah.
You guys won.
It's like shoulder to knees, full on. And I was reading it. He kept walking. I was like, hold on. I missed page 3.
Yeah.
Times picky. I mean,
Koozies are only $7. The burn koozies, but they keep it cool.
Yeah, you gotta get a fire wallet or something, or lighters.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Fucking fire wallet.
Tom Dustin made more money on fire wallets in a year than I made in 10 years.
So the point, it was just a gag wallet. You just open it and there's no money in it. It just lights on fire.
Yeah, it's got a flint in it.
It's pointless.
Pointless, but they moved, man. Maybe I'll get one.
Yeah, now that I look at it, I kind of like it.
How does that work? Give me a video on that, because I want to see this in action. Because you whip one of these out and you get people's attention. This is a good way to disturb hobos. Like, hey man, can I get $1? And you're like, you're like a wizard. They always make these videos too long.
I had a friend who tried to get into we were trying to get into a bar underage, and he'd have a fake ID, and I did, and I got in, and then he busted out the Fire wallet, and the guy looked at me and goes, "Get in there."
Oh, you see?
It worked.
It worked.
Because I think the guy was like, "Look, you might be 18, but you're good energy. We could use you in there."
I have a theory, and no one's gonna want to hear this, but I think women secretly want to fuck the shit out of magicians.
I don't know about secretly. Some of them, Copperfield pulled some great ass.
Okay,
Didn't he get Claudia Schiffer?
He did. I mean,
you tell me Blaine doesn't get ass?
Blaine's a sexy magician, but these are celebrities.
Yeah, but you know what?
A celebrity ping pong player gets ass. I'm talking a regular backyard birthday party magician. I think it's fucking the stepmom.
But if you're an entertainer, if you have that kind of charisma that you can make a living as a magician, you're getting people's attention. You know how to turn it on. I get it.
I get it too. It's just the eyeliner and the fishnet gloves and the weird outfits.
Well, think about how rock stars dress.
Ah, good point. Good point. Yeah, magicians. I'm telling you. Because first of all,
a good gag to do on this guy is to open it and just dump fucking. They pull it out. You just dump some fucking
lighter fluid
on it. They explode.
How do they not hurt the bills though? You think it would light their bills on fire?
Well, you don't put your money in there, do you?
I think you do.
No, I think it's just a gag. I think it's pointless. A gag wallet.
I don't know. Look. Hold on. Okay, we got the light, and now light. Hold on. Credit cards. Or maybe those are fake. All right, well, call in if you have a firewall. Oh, there's a little trigger. Okay, good to know. Maybe I'll get one. But you got to think, approaching a woman is so hard. You coming up with stuff to say, you gotta break the ice immediately. You're a magician. You go do some sleight of hand shit.
Yeah.
Boom, ice broken.
It's pretty cool, man. That's what I mean. They're natural entertainers. Like, they've been doing that shit. Like, the way we have to fill in like awkward silences with something uncomfortable, like a joke or something. They're filling it in with like.
Yes.
They're doing like weird, like, what's that behind your ear?
Yeah.
And that shit is universal. Like,
that
works on little kids. That works on adults. That works on an old lady.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. Like, you go, how the hell fuck did you do that?
Because it's work. It's like, when you see a good magician, you're like, well, that trick was a lot of work.
Right. True.
They put in time to learn it.
Yeah, and the lady goes, how'd you do that? Come on. Now you get to keep doing stuff and show her another trick. I mean, you're in immediately.
Yeah, because women like mystery.
They love mystery.
How'd you do that?
Yeah.
It's mystery.
Exactly. And you throw some jokes in, too, like, oh, your panties are disappearing tonight. Whatever. It's over. Look at this fucking tool. I love these guys. Look at the leather jacket, the whole thing. These guys are such dweebs, but a lot of comedians started as magicians. Woody Allen, Steve Martin.
Orson Welles is a magician.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow, Amazing Jonathan.
He loved magic. There's a story that this director wanted him in his first film. This guy did the books, Lunches with Orson, and Peter Bogdanovich gives Henry Jaglom his info. He's like, he'll never do your first movie, but here's his info. He shows up at the hotel to greet him, just knocks on the door. That's no email back then.
Yeah.
Knocks on the door. Orson Welles opens the door in like purple silk pajamas. Said he looked like a giant grape. And he goes, "Who are you?" And he just said, I need you to be in my movie. It's my first film. And he goes, "I'll never do a director's first film. Never." And he goes, "Well, you did your first film and you directed it." And he goes, "Never, get out of here." And he goes, "I know you love magic. You play a magician." And just pause and he goes, "Could I wear a cape?" And he did it. But he loved magic. F is for fake. He did magic too.
Right. Wow. Man,
it's like Nathan for you before Nathan for you, kind of.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Fascinating guy, that Wells.
Oh, I love him.
Man.
What, you got jokes you working on?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Let's see what I got.
I got one that's hitting, but I can't figure out where to go. But by the way, I got that money joke working. We were throwing around for a while.
That's something.
Yeah.
Let me try one on you.
Please.
Movie theaters, like all the trailers are for stuff that's on Netflix. On TV, you get commercials for YouTube. They're literally advertising their demise.
Oh.
That's my thing. It's like when a woman posts pictures with her guy friend she's going to hook up with after you.
Oh.
And you're like, oh,
good.
cool, that's what's coming next, I guess.
That's good.
There's something there, right? It needs more of a
Definitely.
twist, but it's like,
That's a great premise too. You're doing ads for YouTube. You're showing the thing that's gonna. It's like Netflix or a Blockbuster doing ads for Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, and where the fuck's Blockbuster now?
It's you're advertising the thing that's killing you.
Yes. Yes.
It's like us doing an ad for Bodega Cat Whiskey. BodegaCatWhiskey.com, folks. No, what's a
Yeah, what's a famous thing where the guy took him under his wing and then he killed the guy or something?
ooh.
There's got to be some story like that, like some Shakespearean thing.
But it's got to be like an ad, right?
Yeah. Oh, this might be too topical, but Kamala was like, Joe Biden's great. He's doing awesome. We love him. And then where's he now? And then she's sliding in.
I like that. That's possibly the turn.
Yeah. And then she's like,
She's like, you better drop out, or we'll
Yeah.
fucking drop you out.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like the butler, you know, who's working for this giant oil tycoon, and he's like, he won't last long, you know, and he's like, I'm gonna leave you everything in my will, and the butler's like, aha, yeah, I'm gonna kill you eventually, and then I'll have the mansion.
What?
But I love the girlfriend posting a
kinda
photo
like
of
that,
the guy
too.
with that she's like, he's just a friend, and then
We've all
boom,
been there.
he fucks her. Yeah,
What do you got?
that's funny. Have I done the gun porn joke on you?
I don't think so.
So I saw this thing about kids aren't having sex anymore, like teenagers are having way less sex, and everybody says it because of porn. They're like, porn, they watch, all these boys watch porn, so then they don't approach women because they're like, I'm good, I'm satisfied. I don't need to go get shot down by some lady. I already got off. But then they also say that shooting movies makes kids school shoot. So I'm like, how come porn is making you not fuck, but shooting movies are making you shoot?
That's a great angle.
And I think the reason is because porn, you shoot a load. After an action movie, you go see John Wick, they should hand you one pistol, and you go, all right, I'm good.
I think the problem is, though, with shooting, like, this may be worth this in somehow, like, you shoot a load, and then you feel, you regret it.
Oh.
Because, like, you watch porn, I'm just like, ugh. Don't you feel that,
feel
like,
shame.
self-loathing? Yeah, you feel shame. You don't feel shame after you shoot a gun. You're just like, that was fucking cool.
Well, if you shoot a guy, you might feel shame.
But you can't feel like you shoot a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you play a video game where you shoot a guy, and he's like, what have you done? You've killed me.
Oh, yeah.
No. Something like that, though, where it's like,
The shame needs to come in.
there needs to be a way you get, it's close. It's
Because
like,
it's not hitting as of now. It's not enough. So I think you're onto something.
well, shooting, when you finish, I think it's something funny. I think the difference is when you shoot a load, you see the world kind of more clearly.
Yes.
You don't do that if you shoot a gun.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You don't fire. You're not at the range. You fire 2 rounds, and you're like, what have I done?
Yeah.
No, it's not there yet, but it's like you fire 2 rounds, and you're like, man, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm a sick fuck.
Maybe the shooting range is almost like a porn theater. You know, like you get it out there, and then you don't do it at school.
There might be a connection to like porn and school shooters. Either way, it's because you don't have a girlfriend or something, you know?
Oh, yeah. True, yeah. Huh.
I had an old premise. It's different, but about how like it's weird that like they say like these shoot 'em up video games make kids numb to violence, right? Because it's like, oh no, they don't. They're like, they have nothing to do with the school shootings. It was like, all right, I'm not gonna blame video games for actual murder, but there's no way that shit's not numbing you to violence. Like
Yeah.
they're playing them for like 8 hours. I watched 30 seconds of porn. I'm like, ugh, that was bad. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
It's like an angle I was trying to. It's a different bit, but
That's true. But I thought the shoot a load, it's such a perfect
perfect connection.
A to B. Yeah, they both shoot a load.
Both shoot a load. I think the main difference is
No one gets hurt if you shoot a load with porn. You shoot a load with a gun, somebody might get killed.
it's also just a different experience. Like you watch a porno, you're doing it alone. You're not watching a porno with a group. Like, yeah, go see John Wick in the theater. You're like, this is fucking awesome.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close. It's just one little
Say it one more time. Shoot a load.
The kids are watching porn. It's making them not fuck. But they say kids are watching shoot 'em up movies, and it makes them shoot. So I'm like, why is one making them not do the thing, and one is making them do the thing? You know, and I thought it was because porn you got off.
I think it's because it's easier to get a gun.
Then get a lady.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be it.
Might be it.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Gun, you just go into a store.
Yeah.
Lady, no one ever goes, this guy's a little weird. I'm not giving him a gun.
Yeah.
Weirdos get guns all the time.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's easier to get a gun than a lady. That might be the angle. I think you cracked it.
Maybe. Yeah,
I'll try it. I'm going to go noodle with it later.
Noodle.
I'm going to noodle. I think you cracked it there. Okay, what do you got? Easier to get a gun than a lady. That's big. I mean, you go to a guy's house, he's like, you want to see my gun collection? No guy's like, you want to see all these girls I fucked? You know?
Yeah, maybe he shows you your gun collection. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You go to his house and he goes, you want to see all these girls I have in the basement? You're like, I'm going to call the FBI real quick.
Yeah, he's on a watch list.
That's good.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, you can collect guns, and it's like seen as like kind of cool.
Right. Why does that girl have a gag in her mouth? Silencer. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Something there.
Yeah, there's something there for sure.
All right.
I like that observation.
Maybe something with a porno magazine and the gun magazine. You know, like the bullets. Maybe that's too specific. Porn mag.
I think if you're too into either, it's a red flag.
Yes.
Too into porn, too into guns.
Right.
Like you have a few guns, you go to the range, whatever. But like, there's the people that have like a shitload, and you're like, all right, that's a little.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to satisfy a gun.